Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Gaur Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से गो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Anita Ramya from Sharjah, UAE, welcoming all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names which are to be avoided, written by Sri Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to ban imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. And number 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting, and every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, that is Krishna Prema. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So today we will be moving on to our next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. Before moving on to our next session, I would like to know who are all on the call today.
हरे कृष्ण अनिता माता जी, दंडवत प्रणाम। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय। प्रीति दासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट, हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for coming on the call and giving us your association. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Arvindaksh Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindaksh Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call and giving us your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Balavinda.
Hare Krishna, Balavrinda. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Balavrinda, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Anyone else who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Ramya Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. My Dandavat Pranams to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev and Gauranga. This is Sushmita from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to all the great devotees assembled here. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Myself Jyoti from Sholapur, India.
Hare Krishna, Jyoti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Radha Jyoti Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. I always forget because there is no association here, and I was waiting now. Shama Gauri Mataji will come and say, "Why you forget your name?" I was waiting.
Okay. So, anyone else who would like to introduce?
Hare Krishna, Nita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you, Dandavat Pranam to all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Ashtambaliyati. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving your association. Hare Krishna. Yes, Shama Gauri Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Shama Gauri Vilas from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
So, I think we can move on to the recording, Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I would like to welcome Once again all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So today we will be moving on to the next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam. But before moving to this session, I would like to hand over the call to Preeti Vilasini Mataji for giving a brief introduction about his grace, Gaur Vilas Prabhu, who is the speaker of Bhagavatam today. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. We are very, very happy to have His Grace Gaur Vilas Prabhuji with us on the call today. Prabhuji came to Krishna consciousness in 2004. He earned an MBBS degree from Grant Medical College. Gaur Vilas Prabhu joined the Brahmachari Ashram in 2010, and he was initiated as a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj in 2012. Prabhuji preaches in various medical and engineering colleges. He also conducts programs for doctors at Bhaktivedanta Hospital and in corporate environments. He's a teacher of Bhakti Shastri and Bhakti Vaibhav courses. He also conducts congregational programs in Mumbai and Maharashtra. Gaur Vilas Prabhu has done thorough studies of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Thank you so much, Mataji. You can hand over the call to Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasini Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji, for that brief introduction about Prabhuji. And thank you for joining the call and giving us your association, Mataji. Please accept my humble praise. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Prabhuji has not joined yet. Anyone who would like to introduce themselves can go ahead now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. My humble obeisances to you and all assembled devotees. All Guru Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Param Pavani Shama Devi Dasi from Baltimore, Maryland. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Param Pavani Shyama Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna and giving us your association with this sweet, small child voice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Very good. So, anyone else who would like to introduce, or we can do the chanting? Yes, Prabhuji has joined.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Oh,
Yes,
Guru Sri Prabhupada and Guru Maharajas. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumar Devidas from Radha.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Just a minute.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So, thank you for introducing yourselves. And so, next part of our session is we will be moving on to this the Srimad Bhagavatam, which will be given by His Grace Gaur Vilas Prabhu. And the chapter will be from Canto 7, Chapter 9, and verse 2. Hare Krishna, Gaur Vilas Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna. Gaur Vilas Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call and giving us your association to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Nilitam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamhiyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padahan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitansha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hare Priye वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome everyone to our Bhagavatam class. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to serve. Today we are discussing from the seventh canto, ninth chapter. Today we'll be discussing the second verse. We'll recite the verse. Sakshat Shri Preshita Devair Drishtva Tam Mahadadbhutam Adrishta Shruta Purvatvat Sanopyaya Shankita. Translation. The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Ji, was requested to go before the Lord by all the demigods present, who, because of the fear, could not do so. But even she had never seen such a wonderful and extraordinary form of the Lord, and thus she could not approach him. Purport. The Lord has unlimited forms and bodily features. Advaita, Achyutam, Anadim, Ananta Rupam. These are all situated in Vaikuntha. Yet Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune, being inspired by Leela Shakti, could not appreciate this unprecedented form of the Lord. In this regard, Srila Madhvacharya recites the following verses from the Brahmanda Puran. We'll not recite the verses, we'll just read the translation. In other words, for the common men, the form of the Lord as Narasimhadev is certainly unseen and wonderful. But for a devotee like Prahlad, such a fearsome form of the Lord is not at all extraordinary. By the grace of the Lord, a devotee can very easily understand how the Lord can appear in any form he likes. Thus, the devotee is never afraid of such a form. Because of special favor bestowed upon Prahlad Maharaj, he remained silent and unafraid. Even though all the demigods, including even Lakshmi Devi, were afraid of Lord Narasimhadev. Narayan Parasarve Nakutashchana Vibhyati, Bhagavatam 6:17-28. Not only is a pure devotee of Narayan, like Prahlad Maharaj, unafraid of any dangerous condition of material life, but also if the Lord appears, in order to mitigate the fear of a devotee, the devotee maintains his fearlessness in all circumstances. Hare Krishna. So this is a very wonderful section going on of appearance of Lord Narasimhadev and how Lord Narasimhadev shows his blessings, benedictions to his wonderful devotees. In the previous chapters, we have heard when Lord appeared from a pillar, there's a beautiful verse spoken. Why Lord appears? Satyam vidhatum nijvritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshu akhileshu chatmana adrishyatatyadbhutarupam udvahan stambhe sabhayam na mrigam na manusham. So in this beautiful verse, it is described that Lord appears to make the words of his devotee true. Satyam vidhatum nijvritya bhashitam. Whatever the devotee speaks, the Lord has to fulfill the desire of his devotee. That is the only thing which Lord wants to do in this material world. The Lord has created this beautiful, you may say not so beautiful material world, but it is perfect material world. This world is perfectly made. As Ishopanishad says, Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate. The Lord is complete and whatever appears from the Lord is also complete. This world is perfectly made. What's the purpose of this world? The purpose of this world is perfectly fulfilled because the purpose of this world is to purify our desires, frustrate our desires, and purify our desires. To frustrate our desire to enjoy in this world and to purify our desires of all the material conditions. And that's why the Lord appears in so many wonderful forms. Satyam vidhatum nij bhritya bhashitam. Prahlad Maharaj had told, Lord is there in this pillar. The Lord appeared in that pillar. Brahmaji had told, Lord will appear and he'll kill you in a different form, because indirectly Brahmaji told, okay, he told Hiranyakashipu, you are asking for benedictions. I give you benedictions. But for sure the Lord will appear in a very, very special form. He appeared to prove the words of Narad Muni true. Narad Muni had told, he told Indra and all the other devatas, you'll not be able to kill this child. He is protected by the Lord. The Lord appeared to prove the words of Hiranyakashipu, his devotee true. When Hiranyakashipu tried to kill Prahlad and he was not getting killed, Hiranyakashipu was thinking, he is not getting killed, therefore I think I will be killed. So all these statements of these devotees, the Lord appears to prove true. Satyam vidhatum nija bhritya bhashitam vyaptim cha bhuteshu. That Supreme Lord who is all pervading, who is there in everyone's heart, akhileshu chatmana, adrishyatat ati adbhut. He appeared in the most astonishing form. Stambhe sabhayam namrigam namansham. He appeared in a form which is unprecedented. Not human, not an enemy. And when the Lord appeared in this form, he killed Hiranyakashipu. All the devatas, they were scared. The Lord was so angry. They were thinking that if they go in front of the Lord may think he is also one of the demons, because in anger, sometimes one can't understand who is the right person to kill, right person to attack. Of course, the Lord's anger is transcendental, but nobody was ready to go. Even Brahmaji was not ready to go. They all approached Lakshmi Devi that you know your husband. You know how to pacify your husband. So wives know how to pacify the husband. So you know the best. Can you please go and pacify the Lord? So Lakshmi Devi in this verse, she is also disturbed. She is also thinking, I've never seen my beloved Lord in this form. This form is unprecedented. Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport that the Lord appears in whatever form the devotee wants to see. There's a beautiful verse which says this. Yada yada dhyata urugaya vibhavayanti tattad vapu pranayase sadanugrahaya. In whatever form a devotee meditates on the Lord appears in that form. Tattad vapu pranayase. So the Lord is dependent on the desire of the devotees. He's purchased by the desire of the devotees. As Lord tells Durvasa Muni, I am not free to act. Although he's supreme transcendental autocrat, he controls all the universes. Nobody can direct him to do anything. Still, the Lord willingly comes under the control of his devotees. Aham bhakta paradhino nahi aswatantraiva dvijah sadhuvir grastaridayam bhaktair bhakta janapriyah. Aham bhakta paradhino, I am controlled by devotees. I am not independent. Nahi swatantra. Sadhuvir grastaridayam. Devotees have kept me in their heart. Bhaktair bhakta janapriyah. So in this verse, Prabhupada writes in the purport, Lakshmi Devi also could not appreciate. So the Lord has unlimited forms, And every form has appeared to satisfy one devotee. So Prabhupada writes, by the grace of the Lord, a devotee can very easily understand how the Lord can appear in any form he likes. Prahlad was not fearful, just like a cub is not fearful in front of the lioness. Prahlad, as he's offering his beautiful prayers, he says, "Oh my Lord, I'm not fearful of your form. Naham vibhemya jitate ati bhayanakasya jihvarkanetra bhrukutirabhaso gradamshtra antrasraja shataja keshara shanku karna nirarada gita digidhatari bhinnatagrat." He's telling, my Lord, Naham vibhemi, I'm not fearful of your form. The mane of the Lord was full of blood of Hiranyakashipu. The Lord says, I'm not fearful. I'm not fearful of your sharp nails, of your tongue, of your raised ears. I'm not fearful of anything. I'm fearful of one thing. I'm fearful of this material existence. That is a fear Prahlad had. That's a fear a devotee should have. I'm fearful of this material existence. So the devotee, he is not fearful of the Lord in any form he appears. And especially Narasimhadev, he is the most wonderful and dearest Lord of all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Narasimhadev is a very, very special avatar of the Lord. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he describes in one of the books he has written. In this book called Sri Navadvipa Bhava Taranga, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, I'll read some of the verses which Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes about Lord Narasimhadev. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes that for the devotees in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, the worship of Narasimhadev is purely in line of aspiring love and devotion to Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. That is the most important, powerful form the Lord has taken to protect the devotees, especially for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Narasimhadev, he is most wonderful because he removes all the obstacles in the life of a sadhaka bhakta. All of us are getting troubled by so many anarthas. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes 5 very beautiful prayers which every devotee should pray when they are in front of Lord Narasimhadev. Hey Dushtaridaya Kamadi Rupu Chaya Puti Nati Pratisthasha Shraddha Satyaraya Hridaya Shodhanavara Krishnera Vasana Narasimha Charane Mora Yaito Kamana. He says, Hey Hridaya, in this heart, I have all these anarthas. Kam, Adi, Ripuchaya, lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion, they are all there. Not only that, Utinati Pratisthasha Shatya Sadaroe. Utinati, diplomacy. The desire for name, fame, prestige is always there in my heart. What to do, my Lord? I have only one desire. I have 2 desires. It says, Hridaya Shodhanavara Krishnera Vasana. Oh, Narasimhadev, I have 2 desires. Please fulfill. Please purify my heart of all these anarthas, Hridaya Shodhana and Krishnera Vasana. I only want one thing. I want unalloyed devotional service unto the Lord, Krishna. Krishnera Vasana. Please give me desire to serve Lord Krishna. Narasimha Charane Mora Eito Prarthana. This is the only prayer I offer unto the lotus feet of Lord Narasimhadev. We are not taking shelter of Lord Narasimhadev for getting freed from the problems of this world. We are not taking shelter of Narasimhadev to remove the obstacles from our material life. Of course, we pray to the Lord Narasimha for everything, all the obstacles in our health, in our spiritual life, material life. But the prominent prayer which a Gaudiya Bhakta, Gaudiya Vaishnava should offer, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur encapsulates in these 5 prayers. Ei dushta hridaya kamadi ripu chaya. Ei dushta hridaya kamadi ripu. In this heart of mine, O my Lord, all these anarthas are there. I have desired for name, fame, prestige, diplomacy. Please purify me of all these desires. Kandiya Narsimha Pade Magibo Kakhana Nirapade Navadipe Yugala Bhajana. Kandiya, weeping, I'll beg at the lotus feet of Lord Nrsimhadev. Kandiya Narsimha Pade Magibo. I'll ask for a benediction. You know what benediction I'll ask? Navadvipe Nirapade Yugala Bhajana. Please remove all the obstacles in my free and safe practice of devotional service in Navadvipa. That is the important thing. For a Gaudiya devotee, Navadipe Nirapade. I want to worship Yugala, Radha Krishna in Navadvip. Navadvipe Nirapade Yugala Bhajana. भय भय पायर दर्शनी से हरि प्रसन्न हुई कबे मोरे दया करी. Supreme Lord Nrsimhadev is so powerful. Fear personified is fearful of Nrsimhadev. Bhaya bhaya paye. Yar darshane se hari. When will that Lord Nrsimhadev be pleased upon me? Prasanna hoibo kabe more daya kari. When will the Lord Nrsimhadev be pleased upon me and show his mercy to me? And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Oh my Lord, for others who are not devotees, your form is fearsome. Yadyapi bhishana murti dushta jiva prati prahaladadi Krishna bhakta jane bhadrati. Although for non-devotees, dushta jana, those who are demoniac, sinful, you are terrifying. All the demons and Hiranyakashipu, they were not happy to see this form of Nrsimhadev. He was terrified. He understood that Lord Nrsimhadev has appeared to kill me. Yadyapi bhishana murti dushta jiva prati. But those who are devotees, prahaladadi Krishna bhakta jane bhadrati. But for devotees like Prahlad, this form of Lord Nrsimhadev is the most merciful form. It is most compassionate form. Bhadrati. Bhadra means it bestows all auspiciousness. Otherwise, there is nothing auspicious in this world. The only auspicious thing is worship of the lotus feet of Lord. And to remove obstacles from this auspicious path, Nrsimhadev has appeared. The Lord is doing everything for us. He appears, he performs his pastimes, inspires his devotees, and to remove the obstacles, he takes the form of Lord Nrsimhadev. So the Lord is really working hard to deliver us. We should be really wonderstruck understanding how the Lord is so very merciful. He is working hard to deliver conditioned souls. It is not an easy thing to deliver conditioned souls. He is taking so many forms. Bhaktivinoda Thakur continues. Kabe va prasanna hoye sakripa vachane nirbhay koribeye mudha kinchane. When will that Lord Nrsimhadev be pleased upon me? When will he make me fearless? Nirbhay koribo. This fear is the most prominent emotion in this material world. Everything in this world is running because of fear. People, the moment they get up in the morning, they start thinking, how will I maintain myself? Fear of survival. How will I survive? Prabhupada would tell that the birds, they get up in the morning and they start chirping, where is food, where is food? Fear of death. Have you seen a bird eating something? The bird will take few grains and look here and there. Oh, nobody should kill me. Fear is there in every part of our life. Dr. Thakur says, a devotee becomes fearless by the grace of the Lord. The more we chant the names of the Lord, the more we worship the lotus feet of the Lord, we become fearless. Yasyam vai shruyamanayam Krishne parama purushe bhaktirutpadyate pumsam shok moha bhaya apaha. The moment we start practicing devotional service by chanting the names of the Lord, three things happen. Shoka, moha, and bhaya. Apaha. Lamentation, illusion, and fear. They all get destroyed. And Narasimha Dev is specially empowered, specially appeared to free us of this fear of material existence. That's why he appears in such a powerful form. So Bhakti Thakur is offering prayers. Nirbhay koribo ei karibo ei mur akinchane. When will you make me fearless? When will the Lord be pleased upon me? He'll speak words that will make me fearless. Swachanda boisohe vatsa Shri Gauranga dhame Jugala bhajan ho rati ho name. Very beautiful prayer. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Lord Narasimhadev, you know what he'll do? He'll appear and he will say, dear child, Swachanda basibo, please sit down freely and live happily in this Sri Gauranga Dham in Navadvip. Please sit down peacefully, freely, without any fear. And what you should do? Jugala bhajan hau rati hau name. May you nicely worship the divine couple. May you develop attraction for the names of Radha and Krishna. That's a benediction I want from Lord Narasimhadev. When will that day be mine? When will Lord appear and bestow all these benedictions? Should Mama Bhakta Kripa Bale Vigna Jabedu Shuddha Chitta Bhajo Radha Krishna Rasapur. By the mercy of the devotees, all the obstacles are cast far away. And therefore, O my child, with a purified heart, just worship Radha and Krishna. The worship of Radha and Krishna is so wonderful, it is full of nectar. The whole process of devotional service is to realize this, that this path of bhakti is full of nectar. Our problem is, because our heart is full of anarthas, we can't understand, we can't relish the rasa which is there in this process of devotional service. As Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writes in the beginning verses of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Tirtana Gana Nartana Kala Patho Jani Bhrajita Sadbhakta Valihamsa Chakra Madhupa Shreni Viharaspradam Karnanandi Kaladhvanirvahatu me Jigavamaro Prangani Shri Chaitanya Dayanidhe Tavalasal Leela Sudha Swarabhumi. In this beautiful verse, Kaviraj Goswami tells many things. Krishna Kirtana, Gana, Nartana Kala, Krishna's name, form, pastimes, they are like river of nectar, which is flowing, incessant river. And the devotees, they are like Hamsa, Chakra, and Madhupa. They are like swans. They are like Chakravaka. They are like honeybees. The swan has the very special feature. It can separate water and milk, and it will drink only milk. Devotees should be like that. Devotees are saragrahi. They are the seekers of essence. The Chakravat, it has a beautiful feature. It will drink only rainwater. Although there may be so many pools of water around him, but Chakravat will wait for the rainwater to come. Because the Chakravat knows that is the only thing which will satisfy the heart. A devotee understands that all the things of the world, it may look very attractive, but nothing pacifies the heart. They are very, very shallow in their capacity to give happiness. It is like mirage in the desert. Putra Shisha Shruti Sukha Mrigatrishnirupa Vedam Kalevaramashe Sharujam Viroha. Prahlad Maharaj tells. Where is auspiciousness in this world? It is all Shruti Sukha. Sunne mein acha lagta hai. It looks good to hear the things of the world. Actually, it is not like that. It is like mirage. So devotee, he or she is only interested in the nectar, the river of nectar which is flowing, the rains of mercy of the Lord which is flowing. The devotee is like honeybee, the seeker of the essence. A honeybee, I read multiple statistics. A group of honeybees in a beehive travels 50,000 miles to accumulate and taps 10 million flowers to accumulate 1 pound of honey. Throughout the life, one honeybee can actually get only 1 teaspoon of honey. Such hard work, such endeavor. And the result is what? Whatever honey is collected, honeybee can't get anything. The beekeeper comes and drives away all the honeybees and takes away the honey. All the wealth of the world, all the prestige, all the fame, all the comforts of the world, people they try to gather thinking that in the end it will give me satisfaction. But it doesn't happen. Death takes away everything. So the devotee, he is like the honeybee who knows where to find unlimited nectar so that it will not have to travel to millions of flowers. And that nectar will stay with that devotee. It will not be taken away with death. Parijate anjasa labdhe sarango anna sevate vadangri moolam asadya sakshat kim mahi. If a honeybee goes to Parijat flower, Parijat has unlimited nectar available. After reaching Parijat, honeybee doesn't have to go anywhere. Todangri moolam asadya, after achieving the lotus feet of the Lord, the devotee doesn't have to go anywhere. So the devotee is like Chakravat, devotee is like honeybee, devotee is like swan. The problem is, he says, my tongue is like the marusthal, jihva maru prangane. It is like a desert. And if we want to convert a desert into a fertile ground, what it means? Few drops of water will not do anything. It will get evaporated also. It requires a river of nectar. Since millions of lives, we have tried to pacify our heart. But the heart is like a desert. How much happiness you put, it gets evaporated because the happiness of this world is very flickering. Chapala sukha, very shallow. So therefore, Krishna's name, form, pastimes, they are so very wonderful, full of nectar. Jihava maru prangane Shri Chaitanya Dayanidhe Tavalasal Leela Sudha Swardhuni. By the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have got this river of nectar. So therefore we have to pray to Narasimhadev. Oh my Lord, you have given me this nectar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has distributed this nectar like water. Now please bestow your mercy, O Lord Narasimhadev, so that I can worship Radha and Krishna without any problems. Bhaktivinoda Thakur offers the last prayer. Ei boli kabe mora mastaka upar Swiya Shri Charana Harshe Dharibe Ishwar. When will that day be mine? When that Supreme Lord Narasimhadev, he will place his lotus feet on my head. Swiya Shri Charana, his lotus feet he'll place on my head. Dive Mastaka Upar. And you know what will happen? When the Lord will place his lotus feet on my head, I will experience the ecstatic emotions for Radha and Krishna. Amani Jugala Prema Satvika Vikare Dhoriya Lutibo Ami Sri Narsimha Dware. I will experience sublime love of God. And all the ecstatic emotions, all the sattvic vikar will appear, manifest in my body. And falling on the ground, I'll roll about at the door of Narasimhadev's temple. So that's a beautiful prayer a devotee offers to Lord Narasimhadev, being in Gaudiya line. So all the devotees, they should offer prayers to Lord Narasimhadev for protecting our bhakti, Radha Krishna bhakti, which is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So therefore, the Lord appears in so many wonderful forms. He's working really hard so that we can achieve the success of our life. Otherwise, this world, which is full of problems, full of anxieties, full of disturbances, Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagyo Patrita, this is Kali Yuga people. What is our hope? Our hope is mercy of Lord Narasimhadev, so that we can practice bhakti which is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without any distractions, without any deviations. Because whatever we have received is so very rare, we can't afford to lose it. After many, many lives, or maybe millions of lives, we have achieved this wonderful process, most rare. We can't afford to lose this process. And Krishna is providing all the facilities so that we can make our life perfect. He comes as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and gives it. Sei pancha tattva mili prithvi asiya purve prema bhandarera mudra ugadiya. He has broke open the seal of love of God, distributing to everyone, not thinking whoever is qualified, whoever is not qualified. That which is not offered so far, anarpita charinchirat, and to protect our devotion. Because Mahaprabhu knows, Kali Yuga people, very difficult to practice. So he appeared as Narasimhadev, and it is our responsibility to pray to Lord Narasimha to protect our devotion. The Lord has given us the free will, and by misusing our free will, we have wandered in this material world for millions of lives. Now we have to use our same free will and develop our connection with the Lord and go back home, back to the spiritual world. And Lord is working really hard, and He wants us also to work hard. Maharaurav haite korile tomara uddhar kripara samudra Krishna gambhira apar. Krishna is really working hard, gambhira apar. He is working bravely to protect his devotees. In so many forms, the Lord appears. Prabhupada writes in this purport, the devotee is never afraid of such a form. Because of special favor bestowed upon Prahlad Maharaj, he remained silent and unafraid. Narayan para sarve na kutaschana bidhyati. the devotee becomes fearless by the grace of the Lord. If we want to be fearless, we have to understand that whatever difficulties, whatever anarthas we have, in front of the Lord, it is insignificant. The Lord can destroy mountains of anarthas. Only thing which is needed is the faith. We have to have that faith that Lord is more powerful than my anarthas. But the problem is many times we are so overwhelmed by our own anarthas. Mahadevi doesn't allow us to focus on what Krishna is giving us. Krishna is really going out of his way to give us this pure devotional service. We can never understand the extent of mercy of the Lord. It is described in the Bhagavatam. Even if somebody is a very, very wonderful poet, if somebody gets the life of Brahma, still one cannot understand how Lord is working to protect us, to save us, to deliver us. Naivopayantyapachitiam kavayastavesha. Even if somebody is a great kavi, Brahma yusha pikritam ruddamudam smarantaha. Even if somebody gets the life of Brahma, what the Lord is doing, Antarbahisthanuvritam ashubham vidunvan, he is working hard to purify all the contaminations from inside and outside. He is working. How he is working? Acharya Chaitya Vapusha. Outside he is like he appears as Acharya, and inside he works as Chaitya Guru Paramatma. That's how the Lord is working hard. And to establish the principles of devotion, the Lord, he wants that the kings should become devotees. That's why he made Yudhishthir Maharaj as the king. Because the only purpose of the Lord's appearance is to deliver entire universe. And that's why he appears in many, many forms. He appears as Archa Vigraha. He appears as Bhagavatam. He appears as his devotee representative, spiritual master. He appears as Prasad. So many forms he is appearing. He comes himself. Why? So that we can take to this process. In the 15th chapter, 6th verse, Nadad Bhashyate Suryo Nashushanko Napavakaha. Prabhupada writes, one should be attracted by this description. The description of the spiritual world should attract our hearts. The Lord performs all his pastimes so that we can get attracted. Why Lord appeared in such a wonderful form as Narasimhadev? To give us assurance that don't worry, I am there. I will give fearlessness to my devotee for sure. That is very important. And what Lord expects from us, whatever he is giving, the Lord expects that we accept it. So Narasimhadev, he appears to give fearlessness, to remove obstacles on the path of bhakti. And he expects that we should practice devotional service with all our hearts. And the prominent thing which we practice in the path of devotional service is chanting. It's the most important part of our devotional practice is sadhana. Some days back, we attended a seminar by Sachinandan Swami Maharaj. And he was telling a wonderful formula how to make our chanting more attentive, more effective. Maharaj first told the story of Haridas Thakur and Maya Devi and prostitute. How they came and they were trying to entice and attract Haridas Thakur. Maya Devi comes and tells, you are a great sadhu, and it is a duty of a saintly person to bestow mercy to fallen people like us. Dine daya karo ei sadhu swabhav hoye. She starts manifesting all her beauty. Haridas Thakur, he tells, Sankhya nama purvakyai mahayagya manye tahate dikshitavami hai pratidine. Haridas Thakur tells Maya Devi, I fulfill all your desires, but I have a problem. I have taken a vow of chanting 3 lakh names every day. Until the time my vow doesn't get over, I don't do anything. Dware vashishun tumi nama sankirtan kirtan samapti hoile karmu priti acharan. So you do one thing. You sit at the gate and you hear the chanting of the names of the Lord. As I'm chanting, you please hear. After my vow gets fulfilled, I'll fulfill all your desires. Don't worry about them. In this way, 3 days pass by. And Maya Devi, what do you think? She must be sitting peacefully. She was trying every means to attract Haridas Thakur. Nana bhav dikhai yate brahmar hare man. Even Brahma could be attracted. But Nirvikar Haridas Gambhir Ashay Nirvikar. Haridas Thakur was Nirvikar. No agitations in the mind. No transformations. Krishne Nama Vishta Mana Sada Haridas Aranye Rodit Hoina Stri Bhava Prakash. Because Haridas Thakur was absorbed in chanting the names of the Lord. Krishne Nama Vishta Mana. He was absorbed. So therefore, all the attractions of Maya Devi, it was like crying in wilderness. It was of no use. How to develop such wonderful attraction and taste for holy names? Currently, we have no taste. Durdaiva midrashmiha janina anuraga. The names of the Lord, they are like nectar, they are like honey. But our problem is, our tongue is afflicted by the disease of jaundice. How to develop that love, that taste? Maharaj gave a 3-point formula. We called it Isha formula. Every day, when we sit for chanting, most of us here, those who are initiated, we take a vow during our initiation. I'll chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulatory principles, assist in the mission of Prabhupada with the best of our capacity. Every day in the morning, as we sit for japa, we should take a vow. The sankalpa, the first thing is intention. I means intention. Sankalpa, what is sankalpa? Devotee takes every day in the beginning of our chanting, we have to take this sankalpa. Now, I am going to be with Krishna. And I will give my full effort. This is the most important part of my day. That is sankalpa a devotee should take. That is intention. Otherwise, whole day working and doing so many things, handling problems, handling my family and job and relatives, and so many things are happening throughout the day. In the morning, we sit for chanting, our mind is still in the previous day. We have to bring the mind. We have to do this, take this sankalpa. Now I am going to be with Krishna. And I will put all my efforts to be with Krishna. That is a sankalpa we have to take. Next thing he told was sincerity. S for sincerity. He quoted a beautiful verse from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, where a devotee, he tells, "Oh my Lord, यदि बोले एक बार कृष्ण तुम्हार होना, यदि बोले एक बार माया बंद होते कृष्ण करे तारे पार." Oh Lord, I am yours. Krishna, Tomar Hana, I am yours, O my Lord. That is the sincerity of a devotee. And as soon as a devotee says that, Maya Bandha Hoite Krishna Kore Tare Par, Krishna delivers the devotee. We have to understand that Krishna is a person and he works on this one simple principle, Yeyathamam Prapadyante. If we want to develop relation with Krishna, we have to be sincere. Otherwise, if we are not sincere, Krishna will say, why I should be sincere? If you are not showing your sincerity, why I should be sincere? Why I should develop relation with you when you are not sincere in developing relation with me? That is the sincerity Krishna expects. And that includes everything needed to be attentive in our chanting. That is attention. Avoid all the distractions. Chant in a way where we can put maximum focus. That's how we are telling Krishna, Krishna, I really want to develop relation with you. Krishna is really working hard and he expects that we also work hard. So there's three things: intention, sincerity, and attention. We have to follow this. And Maharaj is saying that you do this, and if you tell that still my mind is wandering, still I'm not able to focus, that means you have not applied this principle. Otherwise, it is not possible that still I'm not able to focus, still I'm not able to connect to the Lord. Not possible. Either we are not sincere or not attentive, or our intentions are not good. So that's what we have to work on. Krishna is really working hard. And he expects that we also work hard. He appears in so many wonderful forms so that we can get attracted, and he wants that we also should work hard to get attracted. Otherwise, it will not happen automatically. One day you get up in the morning and you think, wow, I'm developing Krishna Prem now. So it will not happen automatically. Srila Prabhupada writes in Nectar of Instruction, Krishna consciousness is an art. We have to cultivate this art. We have to learn this art. There is a book written by Gurujan Prabhu, The Art of Chanting Hare Krishna. It is an art we have to learn. Otherwise, it is not so easy. Even though all the facilities are available, all the support system is available, the devotees are there, Lord is there, but still, if we are not at the right time, at the right place, and right intention, right mood, we will miss the ultimate benefit. That is the most important thing. We have to be at the right time, at the right place. When we are chanting, we are chanting. When we are hearing, we are hearing. Otherwise, Bahujanma Koreyadi Shravana Kirtan Tabutana Pai Krishna Pade Prem Dhan. How we will advance if we are not attentive? Bahujanma, even if we chant for many, many millions of lives, will not attain love of God. So this love of God is there in our hands with us, but if we don't understand the importance of it, we will not get the maximum benefit of it. Our whole practice, whole life of practice is to make us realize what we have already received. That is the most important thing. And the simplest process is given to us. That is chanting the holy names of the Lord. Mahaprabhu has come to give the highest to the lowest. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karaha Vichar Vichar Korile Chitte Pape Chamatkar. We cannot even fathom the extent of mercy Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving to all the conditioned souls. Vichar Korile Chitte Pape Chamatkar. You'll be astonished. Because that love which he gave to Jagai Madhai also, he came to deliver everyone. But if we are not present, you will miss it. And then after many, many years and decades, devotees feel, still I'm at the same place it seems. Still I'm not developing connection with the Lord. That means we are not consciously praying. Prayers are not the stepney wheel to be used in emergency. They are like the steering wheel which drive us throughout our life. A devotee life of a devotee is a life of prayers. Every moment we have to be prayerful, we have to be present. That's how we advance in Krishna consciousness. Prayers are very important. Entire Bhagavatam is full of prayers. How to pray, what to pray, all this is given. All the answers are given. Only thing a devotee has to do is learn it and repeat it. That's all. That is the only thing which is expected from us. So that is how a devotee comes close to Krishna. He becomes fearless. As Srila Prabhupada writes, not only is a pure devotee of Narayan like Prahlad unafraid of any dangerous condition of material life, but also if the Lord appears in order to mitigate the fear of devotee, the devotee maintains a state of fearlessness. Then we will become fearless. We will not be fearful of our anarthas. Our anarthas, they make us more fearful. Because we think, how am I having all these anarthas? We don't have to worry about our anarthas. We have to worry about being conscious of Krishna. And those anarthas will not disturb us much. So that's how we have to continue our practice of devotional service. And so slowly, gradually, we will also advance. And one day we'll receive the mercy of the Lord. I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Narasimhadev Bhagwan ki jai. Anybody has any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranams. It's really a great treat to hear your session. Lot of insights. I mean, today at least I learned basic things about the principles one need to have to kind of, enhance in the devotional services. You mentioned about the intention, intention, sincerity, and attention. Beautiful, Prabhuji. I seem to have none of these qualities. I just had to ask you a question about this. Is these three characteristics interlinked to each other? Unless I have an intention, I might not be sincere and I'll not be attentive. Or is it that I have the intention, but I'm failing in my sincerity and attention? So could you please enlighten me, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, actually, we have to individually focus on these three things. All these three are very, very important, as Maharaj brought it out very wonderfully. These three qualities are actually irreplaceable. We cannot, advance. We cannot come close to Krishna. We cannot advance in Krishna consciousness unless we have these three qualities. That's how it nicely encapsulates everything, all the mood which we should have while we are chanting. Individually, we have to work on it. In the beginning, we have to make this sankalpa because the mind will take you to everything. Sankalpa is very important. Now I am going to be with Krishna. This is the most important part. And then sincerity of our endeavors is very important. I am not doing anything which will distract me. Otherwise, I am offering a prayer, but my actions and my prayers are not matching. Krishna will not take it seriously. And third thing is attention. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, yato yato nishchalati manasyanchalam asthiram tatastato niyamye tadatmanyeva vashamnait. Wherever and whenever the mind goes, bring it back. So that is attention. We have to work on these individually. It is not that if I'll do one, then another two will come also. No, individually we have to work on all these three things. And one devotee asked a question, Maharaj, we have heard, many japa talks, but the problem is still I am at the same place. I don't know how I'll advance. So Maharaj, he spoke wonderful thing. He said, we have actually the problem is we have secretly lost our hope. Nahi hoga mere se. I'll not be able to do it. We have lost our hope secretly. So what a devotee has to do is we have to be hopeful in all conditions. Asha bandha. Otherwise, if we are hopeless, then there is no way. And Maharaj told that you follow this principle and for sure it will work. Please don't lose hope. Because we have lost hope, so therefore whatever new thing we hear, we think, I have tried many things in the past, nothing works. This is one more thing, how it will work for me, I am so fallen. We have lost our hope. So we should not lose hope on ourselves. Keep on working. And if Maharaj told, if you do this, three things, in the morning, tomorrow morning you do this, for sure it will work. That is a faith that devotee should have. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for this wonderful, insightful class for the japa, how to improve our japa. So, yes, as Mataji said, even if we have the desire that I want to chant, but still the full attention is not there. In my case, also, I'm saying. So, as you said, the intention, like when we sit to chant, we have to think that I'm going to spend this 2 hours of time with Krishna. It's only for Krishna. So that mood and thought should be there at that time. So it seems that I should apply that. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for that. So there is Parampavani Mataji. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the opportunity. And so beautiful class, Prabhuji, so enlightening. Prabhuji, I have a question that, the ESA principle in the intention, seriousness, and the attention, where intention means we are doing sankalpa to Krishna that I want to do this. Prabhuji, how can we differentiate this sankalpa from the prayers? Because you also mentioned that the prayers is very important thing. So should our sankalpa be the prayer that, oh Krishna, I want to do this, please help me? Or can you please differentiate between these two? Hare Krishna.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji, for bringing out this point. I missed this one point about prayers. One devotee made a comment after the class, Maharaj. He said, Maharaj, in the beginning, I recite some of the prayers from scriptures regarding, which makes us more focused in like chanting, some verses which tells about the glories of chanting. So how good it is to do that. Maharaj said that is the most important. That is very important. So sankalpa, when we are making, that is, we can do that sankalpa by reciting some prayers, by reading some statements from scriptures, from the books of La Prabhupada. There are many books written by devotees. That's how we make sankalpa. That, okay, now this is the most important thing. We have to remind ourselves. So there are many ways to make this sankalpa, by offering some prayers, by reading some sections from Bhagavatam, which makes us more focused and attentive about our chanting. So every devotee can find their own ways how to make the sankalpa. That is an individual prayer a devotee should make. And everyone has a different flavor to do it. Some devotees, they like to recite prayers, some verses. For some, it is like reading some statements from Bhagavatam, or there are many books. Sachinandan Maharaj has written a very wonderful book, The Living Name. Very, very wonderful book. Dhurijan Prabhu has written a book on Japa. So there are various ways to make this sankalpa. And offering prayers, they are a part of it. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji. So that, thank you,
you.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yeah, there are questions in the chat, Prabhu. So I think Ramayana Gupta Prabhuji is asking, how can our sankalpa for leading a conscious life for Krishna be intense? Yeah, be intense. And Prabhuji is also asking for a Gmail for asking for the questions.
I'm seeing a question by Radha Jyoti Mataji. Before that, any question is there? I'm not able to find.
No, after this, Mene Gupta Prabhuji has asked, yeah, before is Radha Jyoti Mataji, she's asked, could you please explain the mood before chanting? Yeah, yes, Prabhu, that is a question.
Because he mentioned right time, right place, right names. Okay. Yes, the mood which I just discussed, the Isha formula, that makes our mood very, very conducive for chanting. Another devotee was sharing 5 things during our chanting. 5 P's of our chanting. Some of you must have heard this.
Okay.
The posture, pace, pronunciation, place, and prayerful mood. These 5 P's are very important. The posture, how we sit, although we can chant anytime, anywhere, anyway, but if we are sleeping and chanting, that means it is more conducive. Anyways, while chanting, we go to other planets sometimes. So we have to be really careful how we sit, the posture, the pace, how fast, how slow. Some devotees chant so fast, it seems that the bees are humming. We can't even distinguish a word. And some devotees chant so slow. They say, Prabhuji, for chanting 1 round, it takes me 20 minutes. Some devotee is saying, I sing, as I'm chanting. It was a new devotee. Posture, pace, pronunciation, every word should be properly pronounced. No Ekadashi Japa, no eating of the words. Place where we chant, and the most important is prayerful mood. So these prayers are very, very important. Otherwise, it becomes a mechanical chanting. And mechanical chanting is of no use. The best it can give us is some piety. And we are not after piety. It is like empty bullets. Krishna is not there in our chanting when we are chanting inattentively. Our prayers, they give substance to our chanting. Otherwise, it just becomes a mechanical chanting. We have to maintain our proper mood. So that is the mood which a devotee should have while he or she is chanting Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, Radha Jyoti Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to you. Mataji, I missed one point. He mentioned about posture, pace, pronunciation, prayers, and one more I missed it.
Place where we are chanting a place which is full of distractions.
Yes, thank you,
Just like
Prabhuji.
prasad is awkward, you sit in front of the prasad plate and you think I chant my one round and then I eat. With the plate full of prasad and usme all the things are there. So how attentive it will be? It will be all distracted, right? So we have to find a good place. And
Thank you, Prabhuji. I'm very grateful to you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. So, yes, now maine putta Prabhuji's question. How can our sankalpa for leading a conscious life for Krishna be intense?
how can our sankalpa for leading a conscious life? Yeah, intense means, what is the meaning of intense devotee? Intense devotee does not mean you go around with a face as if something has happened. I will not laugh. I am an intense devotee. Intense devotee means attentive devotee. That is a simple way to understand how to be intense. A simple way of becoming attentive in all our aspects of Krishna consciousness, that is itself intense. I am attentive, I am present in my chanting, in my hearing, in my seva. That is intense itself. Nothing else is needed to be intense. Intense means I am always attentive to whatever I am doing. That is intense devotee. Nothing else is needed to be intense. Whatever is done with attention. That will make us intense. And that is our sankalpa. I'm trying to be always present in all the aspects of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. There is one question. Gauri, Jivani, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
When somebody, yeah, you can read the question.
Okay, so Radha Jyoti Mataji is also asking, could you please mention the verse from
Question of
Chaitanya?
Mataji. After this Mayanka Gupta Prabhu, she is asking, when some devotees post messages in WhatsApp group relating health issues and ask to pray for speedy recovery, how should we pray in this situation? It is like asking to fulfill material desires. No, not at all. Please understand, when we pray for devotees' health, when we pray for our health, when we pray for our relatives' health, when they are in difficult situations, that does not make us a lesser devotee. That is a part of devotion. That's why when Rupa Goswami he mentions this definition of pure devotional service as Anya Abhilashita Shunyam. Why Rupa Goswami uses the word Anya Abhilashita Shunya and not Anya Abhilasha Shunya? Because Jiva Goswami writes, Anya Abhilasha means I have no other desires. I just want to serve you in all circumstances. Anya Abhilashita Shunya means that includes the desire for self-preservation. That includes the desire for the well-being of our near and dear ones. Otherwise, we'll become hard-hearted. So we should pray for the relatives, for the devotees, for our own well-being, for our good health. Otherwise, how will we practice bhakti? That is not at all, a material desire. Material desire means I have an iPhone 13, but I want iPhone 15 Pro. You know? So that means you can go ahead with your daily things, but I want to increase some of my comfort levels. That is material desire. But maintaining our body in good health is not a material desire. This body is a vehicle by which we can serve Krishna. When Sanatana Goswami wanted to give up his life, Mahaprabhu went and told, how can you give up your life? This body is not your property, this is my property. I want to fulfill many of my desires with this body of yours, O Sanatana. You have no right to take away my property. So our body is not our property, it is property of Krishna. We have to use it in service of Krishna, and it is our responsibility to keep it in good condition. And similarly for the devotees, other devotees. So that is very much needed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. So our body belongs to Krishna. So for that purpose, we should maintain the body. Thank you so much. So Shilpa Mataji, okay, she is saying. So Prabhuji, Radha Jyoti Mataji is asked for the Chaitanya Charitamrita verse from the point of sincerity, which you had mentioned.
I think on the private chat, I am not able to see the question.
No, it's on public chat only. She has put the question, Prabhu. Could you please mention the words from Chaitanya Charitamrita about sincerity point?
Okay. Could you please mention the words from sincerity point?
Prabhuji, when you mentioned the sincerity, explained the sincerity point, at that time you mentioned one verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita.
I am not able to remember.
No, Prabhuji, I missed completely.
Other words I quoted was how Krishna is working hard. Now Maya. No, I didn't quote that verse. Anyways, I'm not able to remember that.
Okay, Prabhu. So it's fine. Whenever you get the verse, then we can send to Shyamaguri Mataji and she can share with us. Yes. So thank you, Mataji, for your questions, and thank you, dear devotees, for all your questions. So Prabhuji, I don't see any more hand raise or messages in the chat, but here we have our Shyamaguri Mataji. Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam. Very, very wonderful class, Prabhuji, and very nicely you explained about sincerity and about chanting. It's very, very important, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna. So thank you, Shyamaguri Mataji also. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. With your permission, we can end the call here.
Yeah.
So, and we are very fortunate to have you today on this call and enlightening on this topic of chanting mainly. So it is a Bhagavatam class. It was like a chanting class. So we thank you for awakening that mood, that how the chanting process should be within us. So we want your association in future also. Please come often here, Prabhuji. So dear devotees, let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji. Vancha kalpadrupasya kripa sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnav ki jai. Jai Prabhupada ki jai. Praise Gaur Vilas Prabhuji ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Radhe.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Gauranga!
Nityananda.
Gauranga!